Thank you, everybody.
No, this is great. You can see the.
Thank you, everybody. So we're like auto workers today. Thank you, everybody.
Maybe you can get up there. If you...
That's great.
So you asked why we make we care about our and he's just expanded the plant and went to 24 hours and 24-hour shifts. And Jim Farley, you know, everybody knows Jim. He's a legend in the industry. But they're just saying their business is better than ever. They're doing 24 hours, Jim, now,
6 days a
round
week.
the clock. And they do expansions, and they're building more plants in the United States because of tariffs. And Jim said, and Bill very strongly confirmed, they've never seen anything like it. In all of the years that they've been in business, they've never seen what's happening now like it. So it's a great honor. But so this plant, you might talk about it. This plant goes 24 hours around the clock. Before it used to go 3 hours around the clock.
No, it will. So we're adding a third shift, and it's going to be running, as the president said, 24 hours, 6 days a week. And that just shows the demand there is for this product, which is the best-selling product, as you all know, in America. And it just gets hotter and hotter. So we have a great relationship with the president and his whole staff. They've been great to work with for us. he personally is incredibly responsive every time we need something or call. We very much appreciate it, and you know, we couldn't be more excited. We're adding market share. We're growing as a company. We're adding jobs, not just here but elsewhere. Yeah, times are good for us.
And all of the U.S. automakers now are doing great, and before they were having a really hard time. You couldn't. The environmentalists would not have let them survive.
So, Mr. President, when you renegotiate USMCA, how is that going to help auto workers like Ford?
I don't even think about USMCA. I mean, you know, I want to see Canada and Mexico do well, but the problem is we don't need their product. You know, we don't need cars made in Canada. We don't need cars made in Mexico. We want to make them here. And that's what's happening. Everybody's moving here. From Canada, they're coming here. From Mexico, from Japan, from Germany, from all over the world, they're coming here. They're opening up their plants. Bill is lucky because he's had a lot here, but when he doesn't have it here, he's moving here. They're doing big expansions Ford. But they're all doing great. The car industry is exciting, and to be honest with you, Bill, every industry is exciting.
Yeah.
Just like this.
Well, we need to rebuild our industrial base, and that's been a priority of yours.
And we're adding a combustion vehicle, a combustion truck, affordable one in Tennessee to the president's note. That's what these policies are doing for Ford. We're going to actually expand one of our existing plants and make a different kind of truck there.
The tariffs?
Yeah.
Tariffs?
Yes, and the EPA, the relief of the
Tariffs and the relief I gave them from the most ridiculous standards. We had put 3 computers on a car in order to save about this much gasoline from a glass. It was crazy, but very proud of them. And Ford has really been a leader. They've done a great job, but all of them. General Motors is doing really well. Stellantis is doing really well. We're really happy about it. I just wanted to build their product in the USA.
You don't think you're going to renegotiate USMCA?
Well, I can. It expires very shortly, and we could have it or not. It wouldn't matter to me. I think they want it. I don't really care about it.
So it might go away. So you're talking about getting rid of USMCA.
No real advantage to us. It's irrelevant to me. Canada would love it. Canada wants it. They need it because we don't need Canada product. That's the thing. You know, I want to be a nice person, but we don't need. I want to build the cars here, not in Canada. We used to build cars in Canada. Now, the Canada cars, the Canadians are moving here to build cars. Same thing with Mexico. Same thing with Japan. Japan's paid us billions and billions of dollars for the privilege of making cars here and selling cars.
Mr. President, what about the raw
Auto
materials?
manufacturing that you would like to see in the United States. Are you satisfied with the level where it's at right now?
The quality is unbelievable. So we're at a Ford 150 plant, and I don't know that much about cars, but I know how to get people working. And all I can tell you is that people talk so much about the 150, and it has been for a long time. They make a great product, a quality product, better than anybody else can make in Europe or in any other location. Look, the Ford 150 has done well for a long time because they make a great product.
Did you ever allow Chinese autos into the U.S.?
Well, as you know, we have a tariff on Chinese autos, and in Europe, China's taking over the auto business, I would say is a nice statement, but that's the way it is. And here, what is it, 100%? We have a 100% tariff on any car coming in from China. So that makes them able to do very nicely against China.
Mr. President, what
Right?
about the
Pretty good, right? Who would have thought that was going to happen, right?
what about the raw
Everybody
materials?
said that the cars are dead in the United States. If you go back 4 years ago into the middle of the Biden administration, everybody was closing up their plants. Now we have more plants being built in our country than at any time in history. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. And it's the election, November 5th, and it's other things, but it's also, I think, maybe the biggest part, the election, because I'm the tariff person. And everybody now admits that I was right on tariffs. And I hope that we win the Supreme Court case.
Mr. President, what about the raw materials coming in from countries like Canada? How do these companies deal with the fact that those raw
Well, we get
materials
it,
are
but we have a lot of our own raw materials. And, you know, the word raw and rare are a little bit of a misnomer. They're not very rare. You have a lot of places that want to sell us material. And we get it from a lot of different countries, and we have a lot of rare earth and raw materials.
Senator Tom Tillis says that the subpoena, grand jury subpoena to the Federal Reserve Chairman was a little excessive. What do you think about that?
Well, that's why Tom's not going to be a senator any longer, I guess, right?
Well, what do you think? Was
But
it
I
too
like
far?
Tom Tillis.
Was it
He's a
too
nice
far?
guy. But look, he's not going to be a senator any longer because of views like that. We have a bad Fed chairman. He's bad in a lot of different ways, but he's bad because his interest rates were too high. And today we had a great inflation report, and today we had a really great growth report. So we have great growth and low inflation, and we're doing very well.
Do you think there's going to be a rate cut, though? With the inflation
I don't know. With this guy, you don't know. He's got some problems. But what he also did, he's renovating a small building. It's the most expensive construction job in history, and it's only a renovation. I could have done that job for $25 million. They're spending billions and billions of dollars. He either doesn't know what he's doing, or it's worse than that. And you know what I mean by worse. So hopefully he'll be out of there soon.
Does the president impact your timing on naming a Fed chair?
No,
When do you expect to do that now?
I don't know, sometime in the next few weeks.
Are you getting
President,
closer?
of the big three, Ford makes most of its products right here in the United
80%.
States. 80%.
That's a big advantage for Ford.
Is that the reason that you came here?
No, I came here because we're friends, three of us, because I have helped the company a lot. I mean, as an example, trucks. I put a 25% tariff on trucks coming into the United States, and their truck business went through the roof.
You said to Iran this morning that help is on the way for protesters. What did you mean by that? What kind of help?
You're going to have to figure that one out. I'm sorry.
How many people have been killed in Iran?
Nobody's been able to give me an accurate number. I have heard numbers from everything's a lot. One is a lot. But I've heard numbers much lower, and I've heard numbers much higher. We'll be knowing. We're probably going to find out over the next 24 hours.
highest number
I think it's a lot.
In your first term,
It's too many, whatever.
your first term, the price of oil averaged around $53 a barrel. Is that the target for you for this term?
I'd love to see that. Yeah. I mean, we're at 68. We're at 58 now. I'd like to see 53. Thank you very much. I would say they could. It's not a bad idea. I think they should get out.
Mr. President, this is the basketball game. This is the team.
How you doing, Mr. Trump? Because to get to the components that want to you have to be tall and be able to reach on the back of the vehicle and to be able to reach down.
And building artificial doesn't help you.
No.
You flat.
So you want it? Yeah, absolutely.
So he couldn't do it.
I can't do it.
We could find something to help him out.
We'll
But
help him out.
yeah, we got something down there for him.
Go
How
ahead.
you doing?
Good,
Nice
good to
meet
see
you.
you. Yeah, you too. Thank you.
You got any questions about
No,
this
I
area,
just
sir?
think
I'd be
it's a
happy to
great.
answer
I
it.
think it's a great product. What a great thing to do. It's really amazing.
So I don't know if you know this. This is kind of cool. Time Magazine. I don't know if you saw this. They, for our 250th as a nation, interviewed 10,000 people and said, "What is the most iconic American company?" You know, McDonald's, Disney, number one Ford. Number one just came out. We were named by not the editors of Time, but the 10,000.
He's got a lot of love for this whole thing that I see.
We all do.
And he really does. He calls me all the time. Can we get rid of this environmental piece of garbage?
No, he's been great.
Just on a common sense basis. I don't know that much.
Well, you know a lot.
They would tell me about something. I'd say, that's no good. You know, that's no good.
Yeah.
Well, we brought trucks back now. Do you do trucks in this factory or a different factory?
Well, we do the F-150 here, and then
But those are the
heavy-
mid-size
the
and
bigger
big
ones.
When do you do the big ones?
Well, we do them in Louisville.
Are they very big ones or big?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, they're,
big one, all the way to 650.
yeah, they're not.
250
they're-
to 650.
You saw an F-450 at
I
Mar-a-Lago
thought it was
with your face on
The
it,
double
right?
wheels.
Yeah,
We,
exactly.
we have a special
We have a
one with
special
American
something
flag
for
for
you.
you that we've been working on. You're gonna love
Well, I
it.
Is it here?
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
to see it.
The
all
team's
right.
been working on it.
Thank you.
I
Thank
love
you
it. I
so
came
much.
out
It's
of
a
the
pleasure.
and a rich
Thank you
member
again,
had it.
sir.
Yeah.
And I saw the 150. I saw the 250. 250 is good.
Yeah.
But the 150 still does better. Than
Yeah, because it's more affordable. You can drive it easier. It does most
But
of
the
what.
450 is unbelievable.
Well, that's a work truck.
We're
That
actually
is-
we're actually quoting